we need to talk. I heard you want to start a business and you got a lot of questions and everything, huh? Well, I'm here to give you some quick overall tips. I'm Leon Da Vinci and I've been in business for a long time. I'm not the type to sit here and list off accolades, but you can look them up if you want to. But I'm gonna tell you this: starting a business is easier than you think if you know something that you love to do. Now, if you don't know what you love to do, starting a business is gonna be hard. And then in the long term, it's gonna be like impossible to keep it going. So, what you need to do is make sure that whatever you choose to do, make sure it's something that you love to do. Not kind of love, really love to do. Because you're gonna be doing it when you don't want to do it. You're gonna be doing it when you're sick, and you're barely gonna have anybody else to help you. And guess what? When you're your own boss, you don't work less. You work more all day, all night. Okay? So when you choose a business you want to get into, make sure it's something that you love because you're going to be doing it and you might be doing it for free for a long, long time. Tip number one on business: choose something you love to do and that you're good at. Don't pick something that you see people making money on and all that because they're making money and you can hop in it and you'll be over there broke as hell. Don't do that. The money comes in the long term, is what I found out. I've been in business a long time, okay? And I can guarantee you it was not easy. And guess what? I just started seeing good money from my business within the last 2 or 3 years, okay? So, you know, one day I'll get into the details of all of that, but just know that you can be in business for 8 years or something and you're just kind of doing what you want to do and you're just getting by. Life's good. We're honored to be in a position like that where we can work for ourselves and not have to go to a job. But you're still working and you're working and you're working every day. And you kind of check to check, per se. You know, um, but just recently, in the last 3 years, it was different. And you have to just you got to stay in the trenches. I call it the trenches. And trust me, there's no reward without the trenches. You have to go through the trenches. As soon as you start a business and you just reward after reward after reward after reward, there's win, 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 no losses. It it, it, it might get boring. You won't appreciate the wins as much, should I say? You know what I mean? Like it's like being spoiled, like being born rich. If you're born rich, if your business is born rich and you get a success, you're not gonna feel the success as if you were starving for fucking years. And then you get a meal. Then you're like, holy shit. Then you get the point. So make sure the business you choose is something you love to do. If you don't, you're screwed. No, not technically, not actually, but you know, let's think long term here. There's always people who play the lottery and win big and win fast, but uh, I found that there's one guaranteed way to make it every time, no matter what you're doing. There's one guaranteed way: consistency. Consistency. Okay, and that will get you to the end every time, or not the end. That'll get you far every time because there is no end. I don't know, maybe that's just me and my career or whatever, but I think there's no end to this shit. It's just forever. You just work. That got kind of dark, but you know, but there's a job safety in that when you work for yourself. You know, you could only be fired by yourself. Um, or you know what I want to say too? I want to say something like this. When you work for yourself, you gotta love what you do because guess what? You don't work for yourself. You work for your client every day. You work for the client, and there's clients who are crazy, and there's clients that are cool. But you're gonna be working for clients. You don't just sit here and do stuff for yourself. Okay, some of us do, but I don't. A business is service based. Is that you provide a service, and the service you are providing is for your boss, and your boss could be somebody who's just paying you for the project of whatever the business is. Okay, all right. So yeah, man, like it's a never ending thing. If you're gonna start a business, don't just think you're filling out your LLC and you're done. No, the LLC is the tip of the iceberg. The LLC is not like okay. It's important to have an LLC and all of that, but it's way more important to have one customer. Way more important. Okay. Now you're gonna talk to some people who do things by the book, and they're gonna tell you you need a business plan, you need an LLC, you need a this, and you need a that, and you need a this and that. You need your passion in a client. That's your business. You should have your passion already, but you match it with a client. Business, okay, and you get paid. Okay, now it's not always getting paid, but you get something for, or it's a transaction based or something. Don't get too caught up in money either. So yeah, those are your Da Vinci tips, man. We had to talk because I heard you needed some help.